Welcome into Cedartown High School Lady Dogs Soccer here on the Big AA Facebook Live and YouTube, along with Logan Maddox. I'm Andrew Carter, and we are about to be underway for this non-region contest. Logan, good to be back with you on the broadcast, Mike, it's been a while.
It has been a while, and it's great to be here at Doc Ayers Field, Andrew. This time of year, you can't beat it. It's been, pretty warm all day, not hot, I wouldn't say. Great weather for a great matchup, a pair of great matches here between Trion and Cedartown. And if you'll remember, Andrew, these are the games that we did last year for senior night. The only matches we did in the 2021 season. Cedartown was able to sweep Trion then, and obviously looking to do the same at home today.
Well, we'll hope for the best. Lady Bulldogs wearing the Atlanta United-inspired red and black stripes, Trion in white with the blue letters, and we're underway, Logan.
Giving it off in the backfield, Cedartown with it, looking to get their offense started quickly. Cedartown coming into this matchup 3-4-1 on the year, playing in a tough region, though, Andrew, and they'd love to get some of these non-region victories to try to get the momentum back their way. As they were looking to drive it deep into Trion territory. Lady Bulldogs trying to stand tough in there. Cedartown has it knocked away. It will roll out, and a throw-in coming up.
Logan, I was talking to Cedartown boys head coach just a moment ago, and Kevin King was telling me that Cedartown competes in one of the toughest regions in the state of Georgia when it comes to soccer at any level, especially for the girls and boys and varsity. I mean, we see all those Dalton area teams, and they're so good. So it's a tough region we play in. Both Lady Dogs and Bulldogs looking for good performances here today.
Cedartown throwing it into Rossi Cruz, gets away from her. Back towards Mary Cruz Navarro, one of several seniors on this squad for the Lady Bulldogs. Very veteran-heavy squad this season for Cedartown. Trion taking it over. Lady Bulldogs in blue and white trying to attack this time. Down the left side of the field, stumbling a bit, almost losing her footing. That time was number 13, Aubrey Weaver, the sophomore, knocked out, and Weaver will toss it in. Cedartown with a season-opening win on the girls' side against Temple. Had a big win against Hiram. Started 2-0, Andrew, but since 1-4-1, they've lost all three of their region matchups. Trion looking for a quick offensive start, but a good job to clear it out of there by the Cedartown last line of defense. About a quarter of the way down the field now, back over to Trion. Coming away with it this time is Juana Ramirez, and then cleared away again by Cedartown. The defense started the season very well for CHS, Andrew, but again in this brutal gauntlet of a region that we play in, it's been tough for the back line to really slow down the number of shots that the opposition is getting off. You got to credit Campbell McKelvey, the goalkeeper, doing all she can, but when you're facing 40, 50 shots a contest, some of them are going to go in.
That's right, and definitely a lot of offense on both sides we've seen in the last several matches for these Lady Bulldogs. So far scoreless here.
Yes, indeed. No score. About 2.5 minutes into this one. Still first half of play. Trion takes it away from Cedartown. This is Gabby Hellwig with it. Hellwig, a freshman. Very young team for Trion this season. Had a lot of seniors last year. Stolen away by Cedartown right around midfield. Lady Bulldogs streaking down the right sideline. Nice juke there. That was number 6 with it. Christina Diaz, the freshman. Now Cedartown throwing it in again. Diaz with the honors. Goes over to Rossi Cruz and then lost out.
Lady Dogs head coach is Nancy Flores-Martinez, assisted by Anna Flores. The Lady Bulldogs of Trion, Marcia Thompson is their head coach.
That time Christian Wells overthrew it a bit. Cedartown was trying to penetrate, a little bit deeper against that Trion defense, but again, the Lady Bulldogs come away with it. Goalkeeper sends it away and out of bounds just over the head that time of Cammie Burridge, the junior. Cedartown will toss it in on the near sideline now. Talked about Cedartown, 3-4-1. Trion is 2-4 on the year. They haven't yet started region play. Remember, they're a single A public team out of Region 6. Play in the same region, I believe, as schools like Gordon Lee and Bowden. Or not Gordon Lee, but Bowden, Mount Zion, Dalton Academy. Going to roll out again. Cedartown will let it roll out the back line.
You know, it's interesting, too, how that single A classification works and how it's going to work next year with the realignments. You know, they've really made a confusing situation even more confusing in my view of what's going to be happening with these single A teams, and a lot more single A teams for next year as well as the regional realignments have commenced.
It's been extremely strange, and you know, for some schools it's going to be good because a lot of the single A programs we're going to have to be traveling, you know, 2.5 hours for region contests, and for football that's okay. You make a lot of money, but for a lot of, you know, sports like soccer and, you know, volleyball, maybe ones that don't have the same type of booster clubs, going to be tough. Cedartown with an opportunity here just inside the box. Number 21 with it. That's Abigail Cooper. Fighting for positioning. Falls down, pushed away by the defender. Cedartown gets it back on the near side, just outside the box. Looking for a cross and just gets away from her, caught by the goalie. And Trion escapes that time. Not a shot on goal there. Like it was Maritza Segura there that was trying to cross it in for a teammate, but nobody home. They send it away to midfield, and Mary Cruz Navarro will let it roll out. Trion gonna pass it in again. Thrown in a quarter of the way down the field. Cedartown's defense stingy again, taking it over. Here's Navarro with it. Passes down the field, but again overshoots everybody. Trion has it. Back over to Navarro, trying again. Here's an opportunity for Cedartown. On the run, just inside the box. The goalie is down, open net, and wasn't able to notice it. She didn't see it. Still an opportunity. A shot deflected. Trying to clear it away. The visiting Lady Bulldogs will do so. Had an open look for Nancy Segura, but the senior either wasn't able to spin around and find the open net or maybe didn't notice it. Either way, Cedartown and Trion remaining scoreless here, 33-40 and ticking in the first half. Cedartown with it just outside the box. Lobbing left side for Cooper. A pass from Segura, and Cooper tripped up. The freshman hits the turf hard, and she is still down. You hear some fans in the audience there just outside from our view here in the press box asking for a PK on that. Definitely a foul. The officials meeting close to the net right now. Cedartown and Trion scoreless here. 32:50 to play in the first half. A non-region matchup here in Polk County. And after that penalty, Cedartown with a penalty kick coming up with the honors for the Lady Bulldogs. Going to be number 19 with it, Maritza Segura, the sophomore.
One of the stars of this team, Logan.
She steps up, deflected by the goalie, a race for it, and the goalkeeper will pick it away. So read Segura's mind that time, Andrew. Trion again with a stop from a scoring opportunity for Cedartown's offense. The visitors from Chattooga County with it, sending it down the left sideline, a race for the ball, and cut off that time by number 10 for Cedartown, Melissa Bahina, the sophomore. She taps it out of bounds, it's going to stay with Trion. This time the give for them is to Helwig, fighting for it. Cedartown will come away with it. For just a moment, that is. And then Anna Edge takes over, the junior for Trion. Off the side of a Lady Bulldog, Jocelyn Escalante had it. Now taking it toward midfield for Cedartown is Segura. Down the center of the field. Trying to get it, I think, to Rossi Cruz. Wasn't able to. Trion kicks it out of bounds. And Abigail Cooper, who was tripped up a minute ago, good to see her okay and moving around fine. She's going to throw it in. I want to thank everybody for joining us on this Monday afternoon in Cedartown. Cedartown Soccer presented by Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%. Broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube.
Beautiful day. This is probably the first warm match they've had in quite some time.
And you know they'll welcome that. They're very happy for it as Cedartown loses it out of the back line. Rossi Cruz had an opportunity but couldn't keep it in. We'll see if they're going to allow for a corner kick. Looks like they will. So last touch by Trion out of the back line, and Cedartown will have a corner, their first of the matchup. Christina Diaz, the freshman midfielder, with it. Trying to get the perfect cross and send it in here for the Lady Bulldogs. Right hand in the air. Diaz sends it to the goalie, deflected, and then caught on one hop, and she is very fortunate because she had a Lady Bulldog racing in there looking for an opportunity to put it in the net. And check that, I think it was number 8, Gabriella Thomas, who had the corner. She kicked it to Diaz inside.
Cedartown trying to defend their end, and they'll force it out. Still no score here, 0-0 with 29 minutes, about 48 seconds to go before the end of the first half.
Andrew, a very busy week of sports here on the Big AA.
You're telling me.
Making the trip down to Carrollton on Tuesday for baseball.
And weather permitting, we do have rain in the forecast. Unfortunately, we have rain in the forecast both days this week that we're supposed to play baseball, tomorrow and on Friday.
Juana Ramirez had it out of bounds for Trion, but off of Cedartown. Trion sending it in. Paige Minter with the honors, one of a few seniors on this team, but a lot of freshmen for Trion. As for Cedartown, they've got a few, but not nearly as many.
You know, Logan, this is the days are numbered for this natural surface playing anything on here this summer. Postal Ditch will be putting artificial turf on both the Cedartown and Rockmart football fields. So this will be the last time, or one of the last few times, we're going to get to see any kind of a sporting event on this field. I think we haven't heard an announcement yet about a spring football game yet, but we did have one of those last year. I imagine we probably might again this year, but we'll wait word for sure. But
great news about the turf.
Very good news. Very good news indeed.
It's going to look beautiful for any sports played, here at Doc Ayers Field at Cedartown Memorial Stadium. They're going to have it done out perfectly, and obviously we're excited for soccer. We're excited for all the sports that take place here, but
I think the track is also going to be refurbished at some point as well, and that's also going to be welcome for the track squad.
Lady Bulldogs had it. That was Navarro on the far sideline, deflected out of bounds. They'll say off of Cedartown, so Trion's going to pass it in this time.
You can just barely see that C painted right there on the midfield stripe that was there when the last time the football team played on this field, which was in late November.
Big win against Cairo in the Elite Eight. I believe it was Cairo.
Yes, Cairo was the last one that we played here before we had to go to Perry.
Yes, indeed. Opportunity. That was the Sweet 16. Sorry, not the
Yes.
Elite Eight. There was an opportunity there for Trion, but again, the defense standing up for Cedartown so far.
That's one thing that, the last time we were able to broadcast, and that was in early February, that we noticed about this Lady Bulldogs was their defense and the defense of the goal, the goalkeeper doing a great job keeping it, guarding the scoring. Cedartown trying to make something happen offensively here as they bring it past the halfway point of the field.
Yeah, that's Segura with it. Gives down the field, trying to get it to Rossi Cruz. A lot of shoving. Cruz comes away with it right in front of the goal. The shot deflected by a defender. Looking to clear it away, and they will. Juana Ramirez has it. Cedartown still fighting to take it over, and they will have it. Diaz passes outside. Cruz coming open. That's Nunez. Nunez, a race for it. Keeps it in at the back line. Passes back outside. Segura. Defender in her face. Gives to Nunez. Maritza Nunez. And a stoppage of play. That's going to be offsides. Heartbreaking for Cedartown.
Yeah, Cedartown looked like they had something going and a chance to score the first points of this game, or the first goal of this game, but unfortunately the offsides penalty will give it back over to the Trion Lady Bulldogs for a kick toward the center of the field. No score here in the let's say about 15 minutes in.
Cedartown trying to attack once more. You got to credit this Trion defense, Andrew. They've lost some tough ones this year against a Cedartown team, very talented. They've held their own, but can they continue it? Segura keeps it in the lines, in the corner, passes over to Nunez. 2 defenders around her, and she loses possession. Passes to Juana Ramirez, and Trion takes back over. For just a moment, though, Navarro gives inside. Would have been a perfect cross, but her teammate couldn't get to it in time, and it rolls to the goalie. Trying to pass inside that time, but again, the Lady Bulldogs defense ready for it. Paige Minter loses possession. Mary Cruz Navarro down the left sideline. The senior on the run, trying to pass it, and she will. An opportunity in the box for Cedartown. Diaz, the freshman, one-on-one. Still with it. Spinning right at the edge of the box. Gets a shot off, and it's wide. Wide right that time, and a goal kick coming up for Trion.
We'll have at least 2 more games on Facebook Live and YouTube channels here, and coming up, one of those will be the senior night game when Cedartown plays Rockmart right here at Doc Ayers Field. So that'll be a lot of fun. I hope you'll join us for that. That's toward the end of this month, I believe.
Looking at it right now, the other matchup we'll have is March 24th against Haralson County, 5:30 and 7:30, and senior night against Rockmart on the 31st.
And we're hoping maybe a home playoff game at some point, but it's going to be tough considering with some of the teams that are already in front of us in region standings, that being those teams from the Dalton area now a whistle.
Yeah, out of bounds possession over to Trion. That time Cedartown tried to keep it in, not able to. But you're right. I mean, with the region that we're in, and it's tough because you know how talented Cedartown is, the girls and the boys. You think they should be having a home playoff game because you look at it, they're easily both sides one of the top 15 teams in the state, if not higher. But you're playing 3 of the top, 5 or 6 teams in the state?
I would really hate to be whatever team ends up playing Cedartown in the first round. They think, well, this is a 3rd or 4th seed coming in. This should be an easy no. Cedartown, both girls and boys, are both very good.
Lady Bulldogs have it. That's Juana Gonzalez. And the freshman has it stolen away. Deflected shot. Juana Ramirez sends it right over to Gonzalez. Trion still not able to clear it away. Cedartown trying to get a piece of it, and they will. Great play that time by Rossi Cruz. Passes back. Now a shot high over the net. That one even a bit closer to the uprights than the net.
Cruz is another one of the big stars of this Lady Dogs team. They've got a lot of really great talent.
The thing that hurts, though, for Cedartown is, a lot of these stars are seniors. You're going to have to really replace them and work hard in doing that next season.
Same goes for the boys. Here's a chance for Cedartown.
Gonzalez, the freshman, keeps it in. Getting boxed out by a Trion defender. Trying to keep it alive off the leg of Rossi Cruz. Not able to escape trouble yet. Cruz still with it. Passes to Gonzalez between 2 defenders. And they'll knock it away again. Nobody able to break this scoreless tie. As Cedartown kicks it out. That's Jocelyn Escalante, the sophomore. Montserrat Alvarez in defense here for Cedartown. Trion takes it down the right sideline. That was Kaylee Dupree, and again knocked out by Escalante. I want to apologize, not Rossi Cruz, Rosie Cruz. It's been, obviously, Andrew, just the second broadcast we've had of soccer this year, and for me, the first in a while, so apologies there to Cruz, but Rosie Cruz, the senior, an integral part of this program for quite some time. Having a nice performance so far.
Campbell McKelvey, the Cedartown goalie, will send it from the box there. She'll kick it from the right corner.
Sophomore sends it down the field.
Talking about a girl that lives and breathes this game, and that's Campbell McKelvey.
Hey, it travels across state lines, her love for the game.
It does indeed.
Her and a few other members of the Cedartown team playing with essentially travel teams over in Alabama. Forget what the exact term is, but essentially a travel team.
Travel indoor soccer, if I recall. It's not something you see much of around these parts.
It's not, but, something we've talked about plenty of times, especially in the podcast we do, soccer, the fastest growing sport in these parts.
And to say this too, the opening of the spring season for Cedartown Rec Soccer is this weekend on Saturday, also part of Little League Opening Day and girls softball Opening Day this Saturday. Of course, we'll be broadcasting live from Burtwood Youth and Athletic Complex for Little League Opening Day, but there's more than just Little League happening at the park. There'll be soccer games starting up and girls softball games starting up this coming Saturday, March the 19th. Hope you'll be with us for that.
It's going to be a great day for youth sports in Cedartown. Can't wait for it, Andrew. Just a moment ago, Campbell McKelvey had scooped up a deflected shot. Not many shots so far.
No, there haven't been. And like we said, it's been a defensive struggle so far in the first few minutes and a stoppage of play. Whistle is sounded.
I think that's offsides for Trion, so Cedartown will kick it away.
The first time I did the broadcast on my own, I had to figure out. I had Chris McKelvey in here with me, and he was very happy. And also Coach Kevin King was in here with me for the first half of the girls' game, our first broadcast of the season. And he schooled me on some of those the soccer terminology. And if you've not been around the game much, there's a lot of things that you have to learn about how the flow of the game works.
Certainly is, Andrew, and we appreciate everybody tuning in for being patient with us. We're calling it the way we know how to, but we're really thankful for the sponsorship of Penny Pinchers, allowing us to give more exposure and spotlight for the student athletes here at CHS.
Yeah, Paul Davis of Penny Pinchers, cost plus 10%. Want to thank him for his support of our broadcast, and we'll do at least two more, maybe a little bit more than that. We'll just have to see how things work out on a ball sent in bounds by Cedartown.
That was Juana Soto Gonzalez who had it. Now on the back line, kicked out by Trion. Last line of defense that time, and Christian Wells kicks it out of bounds. Now Cedartown throwing it in. Overhead of a teammate. Back for Navarro. Kicks it back down the field. They're going to let it roll out of the back line, and they'll have a goal kick here.
By the way, Atlanta United had their first match of the season, last week? Is that right?
It's last week or the week before, I think. Yeah. So still very early in the season for the Five Stripes.
Of course, if you're looking up close at Cedartown's uniforms, you'll notice the resemblance. Their uniforms very much inspired by the Atlanta United unis, which are, to me, one of the best looking ones out there. I love the black and red stripes.
And Cedartown definitely hoping that the uniforms can bring a championship for them as well, a quick one. But Atlanta United, speaking of them, big win for them yesterday at home against Charlotte, 2-1. Five Stripes are 2-0-1, but of course that's 2 wins and 1 loss on the year. Cedartown trying to get it inside a little bit closer to the net, but again another goal kick here for Trion. Stay with us after this girls broadcast, by the way. We'll have the boys match up about 10 to 15 minutes after this one finishes. Cedartown has it. Quarter of the way down the field, this is Diaz. Passes over to Segura. Maritza Segura breaking away from the defense. Inside the box. Jukes away from a defender. The shot deflected again, and it rolls out of the back line.
Again, you got to tip your hat to the defense of the Lady Bulldogs in blue. Maritza had a wide open lane to the goal, but Cedartown will have a corner kick though.
Instead, it was off of Trion then. The corner is sent and caught by the goalie. Heck of a play. And I believe their goalkeeper is Molly Edge, the freshman. I don't see another goalie listed on their roster. If so, the freshman is playing lights out right now.
That is humongous for a freshman. As you mentioned before, Trion lost a lot of seniors last year. Cedartown will have a toss in, or rather Trion will.
Got a couple of subs checking in for Trion here. See number 11 coming on and number 6 checking back in for Trion. Those respectively are Helwig and Minter.
Approaching the 25th minute of this first half, and we're all scoreless here at Doc Ayers Field.
Intercepted on the pass in that time by Segura. Segura still with it, weaving around defenders. How did she keep that alive? Now she'll juke to the outside. She's inside. Here's a scoring opportunity. Still with it and lost it. Oh, heartbreaking for Segura, but really showed some nice moves that time.
Yeah, she got around to the left side of the goal, but just couldn't make the turn to the right for the attempt, and just gets on pass and it goes out. So Trion will kick it away. Number 14 is the goalie, is the person who just kicked it away just then for them.
Yeah, Anna Edge, the junior defender, sent it out of bounds. Gonzalez, the freshman striker, over to Segura, the sophomore. She'll stop. Pass it over to Rosie Cruz. Stolen away from her. Cedartown and Trion scoreless still to this point. But the Lady Bulldogs out of Chattooga County trying to take it away from Cedartown. Here in the last several minutes, it seems like the ball has stayed in Trion's defensive backfield. Cedartown has it. It's Gonzalez. Passes to the right, looking for Diaz, fellow freshman, and Diaz rips it away from the defender. Again, kicked out of there by Trion. Diaz with a defender right up on her. They're going to roll it out. Last touch by Cedartown.
I tell you, you think college basketball players have it tough who have to play one whole half without, a break between the quarters. In high school soccer, you have two halves that are 40 minutes long, and I think, 10 minutes between each half or so, and it's a lot of moving around. You got to be in great shape for it. And both teams are conditioned very well.
Soccer truly does not get the respect it deserves in terms of how hard of a sport it is, Andrew.
Right.
Because of what you just mentioned. As, again, it's scooped up by Molly Edge, the freshman for Trion. But, no, you're not playing football where you're going out and getting hit by 300-pound guys. Maybe not. But
Nope.
Like you said, you're running 40 minutes and, you're making athletic moves. You're trying to juke people out. You're looking to score. You're trying to pinpoint accurately kick it from as far as a quarter of the way down the field. It's certainly not easy. And so that's why all of us here at the Big AA, been wanting for a while to really shout out these student athletes for Cedartown and for the opposing teams as well who come out here and give their all on the soccer field. Save there for Campbell McKelvey, rolled up to her on about 3 hops, picks it up, and she'll kick it away. Good job sending it over. And it'll be fielded by Cedartown at midfield. Gonzalez passes down. This is Segura on the run. To her right is Gonzalez. Gives to Gonzalez. Now back. Another opportunity for Segura. And kicked out of there by the goalie.
Only one person was in front, and that was the goalie. The goalie saved Trion's bacon for at least this moment right now. But my goodness, Cedartown had it a chance right there, and it's knocked away by the goalie. But the Lady Bulldogs of Cedartown will have a corner kick.
Denied that opportunity well. You're right. If she does not make contact and kick it out of the back line, that's a goal for Cedartown.
Yeah, we're talking 1-0 right now.
Corner sent by the Lady Bulldogs and headed away by Trion. Great play again by the visiting Lady Bulldogs. Finally, they get it into Cedartown territory. On the back line, That was Escalante with it. She'll pass it over to Cynthia Cordero. And now Trion with an opportunity. One in front.
Great save.
Yeah, Escalante was the only person who could knock it away for Cedartown.
Still on the right side of the field. And it's out of bounds.
Bumped out there. That was Alvarez covering. Alvarez will clear it out momentarily, though. Trion catches up to it. Trying to juke away from Cedartown's defense, and a pass too wide for the teammate. Trying to fit it in there to number 20. That's Dupree again, but unable to catch up to it.
You may notice, too, that sometimes our camera doesn't keep up with the ball as well. Well, the sun is literally right in our face, and it's hard for us to see, much less for us to see a camera screen. So if we do get lost with the ball, we'll catch up eventually.
Down the field, it's Gonzalez, the freshman, the speedster. Kicked away by Trion. Can they clear it? No. Gonzalez has it roll off of her ankle and out of bounds. Trion will pass it in again. I think this is Bristol Bowman.
Into the 31st minute, and no score.
Almost a handball there. Bowman, the freshman, had it coming right at her and put her arms up to knock it away. Cedartown has it.
Kicked it right to the goalie.
Yeah, was trying for a cross there, but Segura just didn't quite put it where she was wanting to.
And the kick goes toward midfield and out of bounds. Cedartown will be able to send it in.
We've talked about how tough this region is for Cedartown, and unfortunately it's not going to get much easier. Still got games against Ridgeland and Heritage before their final three non-region matchups. Harrelson at home here on the Big AA. They'll travel to LFO in late March, and then senior night on the 31st of March against Rockmart. Big collision there, and definitely a foul that time. Or was it? They'll call it off.
I think they're going to call it off and just say it was out of bounds off Cedartown, so Trion will have possession to roll it in.
That was Dupree who took the hit. Got shoulder checked that time as Cedartown was closing in, trying to get to the ball. And all I can say is, Dupree, you've earned my respect. She got up and she's okay. Dupree passes it over. Trion looking to turn it over to an attacking mode here after having to play defense for much of this first half, with Cedartown right in their territory. Lady Bulldogs run it out. Under 8 minutes to play in the first half. No score still, and might not have been what Cedartown was expecting. I think the Lady Bulldogs have realized they're battle-tested. They've played maybe some teams that have won some more games than Trion this year, but Trion's shown up and have been ready to play in this one. If Cedartown thought it was going to be easy, they've certainly realized by now that they were wrong in assuming that.
Well, last year it was a different team, of course, but last year when we played the Lady Bulldogs for Trion, it was a close game.
It was. Cedartown has it cleared out. Trion kicks it back to Diaz. Now on the right side of the field, Navarro jukes the defender out of her shoes. Gives to Diaz. Now to Navarro. Collision. Trying to catch back up to it. And they're not going to be able to.
I'll tell you what, I am very impressed with Trion's defense. The Lady Bulldogs defense has been pretty lights out, too, keeping the ball on the Trion side of the field really for most of this first half. The times that Trion has got it to Cedartown's side, it's been sent to the other end pretty quickly. So really it's been a full-on defensive struggle without a doubt as we get into the 34th minute of this first half.
And another stoppage of play.
When we say stoppage of play, we don't mean stoppage of clock. The clock only stops on penalty kicks and if a score is made. Kick toward Campbell McKelvey, and she'll pick it up and kick it away toward the midfield stripe.
Trion really looking to get Juana Ramirez involved. She's their big sophomore forward, but Cedartown's really done a good job of neutralizing her in this one. She's made nice plays on defense, but on offense, they've been able to hold her off. Cedartown has it, stolen away from Diaz on the far sideline. Navarro has it kicked away from her, Trion staying with it. Lady Bulldogs at midfield, and they send it out of bounds.
This temperature when this game started was about 69 degrees. We're down to 66 right now. Not going to get a whole lot, not very cold tonight, down into about maybe the mid-40s, low to mid-40s, not nearly as cold as we've been. So really for this evening, it's really the first evening, as we mentioned before, where the weather is going to be, right pleasant. Most of the games we played this year, it's been extremely cold, and that could play a factor here in this game.
So far it hasn't, but you're absolutely right. If we start seeing players fatigue, that may happen. We talked before the matchup with boys coach Kevin King, and he was saying he's expecting to play some guys maybe that usually don't get a whole lot of playing time tonight. Right. Not because he's expecting it to be an easy win, but just because of the weather, because he's expecting the guys to kind of get winded a little bit earlier.
Of course, cramping and all that could come into play.
Yeah.
It's all about staying hydrated. It's not hot at all, but definitely a little bit different climate than they've been used to.
And they'll stop it there as a collision occurred just past midfield. Foul called on Cedartown, or penalty. Approaching the 36th minute of the first half, and still no score in the Lady Bulldog battle. Cedartown takes it over. Escalante gives to Gonzalez. Can she pull away this time? With her yellow cleats on, the freshman gets around one defender, around two defenders, passes, and it rolls to the goalie that time. I think it was Cruz who had it, the junior. Danelli Cruz, or Danelli Cruz, wasn't able to get a shot off. Back line of the defense again for Cedartown showing out. That's Alvarez.
Say, unless something changes here in the next few minutes, we could have a scoreless first half.
Hasn't been many of those this year for Cedartown.
No, not at all.
Trion passing it in on the far sideline. Trying to attack further down the field. It'll go right to Jocelyn Escalante. Off the side of her foot now, Trion with it. They have numbers. Escalante, can she catch up to it? She'll run it out of bounds. Good play. That time Trion was looking to get it to their striker who was coming open, number 11, Gabby Helwig. But the freshman wasn't able to catch up to it before Escalante did.
Halfway through the 37th minute, no score. First half.
Helwig with the honors of sending it in this time. On one hop and kicked out again. Diaz said, I may not take over possession, but I'm not going to let you have it cleanly. And she sends it out of bounds, and that one's going to roll a while. Cedartown gives it in. Diaz with a steal. Back over to Cedartown. On the right sideline, the freshman clears it down the field. Trion has it for just a moment. On the run, back over to CHS. At midfield, Trion with Bristol Bowman. This program has lost so many great players over the years for Cedartown, Andrew, but the coaching staff that they have, they just do a great job every single year of getting the girls ready to play again in Murderer's Row in our region, essentially.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. That's a great way to put it. Cedartown may be trying for a late score here in this half.
Got to push it in quickly to Gonzalez. An opportunity. Defenders all around her. Can she get a shot off? Still with it, and then lost it.
I think she lost her footing there. She had the move, and she might have been able to get around the defender, but I think she lost her footing there at the last moment. As we enter the 39th minute, still no score, and Trion's going to send it the other way.
Molly Edge kicks it down the field.
Tryon may have a chance here.
Oh, no, got behind the defense. The shot deflected and saved by Campbell McKelvey. What a play.
Fantastic job there by Campbell. Cedartown had the entire side there undefended, and it was nothing but Campbell McKelvey in front of a score for Trion.
First true shot attempt for Trion in this matchup. Now Cedartown pushing up the intensity a bit in the final few seconds of the first half. Gonzalez.
They may have a chance here.
Diaz down the field for Cruz. On the outside, it's Cooper. Off the side of her foot, and it rolls out.
That will probably be it.
Goal kick will be sent in, and that'll whistle the end of the first half. And actually, we won't even get the kickoff. So, 40 minutes, and still knotted up. No score. Trion 0 and Cedartown 0. Lady Bulldogs soccer presented by Penny Pinchers Cost Plus 10%. Here on WGAA Radio. Andrew, a fun first half. Defense is showing out. Cedartown 0 and Trion 0.
Yeah, if you like a defensive battle, this is it right here. And we'll come back in just a moment and talk about it for a little bit more. Again, this is a non-region opponent, and we'll have about a 10-minute halftime period, and we'll come back with the start of the second in just a moment after we hear from Penny Pinchers and more of our Bulldog sponsors. Cedartown High School Soccer presented by Penny Pinchers, Cost Plus 10% right here on the Big Double A.
Save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires, tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioning service or repair. Think Cedartown Automotive. The fine folks at Cedartown Automotive are serious about their job and ready to help you get your car prepared for the months ahead. So why not stop by Cedartown Automotive today on East Avenue in Cedartown? That's Cedartown Automotive. Call them at 770-749-5040 or go by and see them at 107 East Avenue in Cedartown. Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Come see Burgess Insurance Services at 114 South Philpott Street in Cedartown, 770-748-4165. Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
On this bright sunny day, Cedartown Lady Dogs and the Trion Lady Bulldogs are all tied up at 0 here at the half of this non-region affair. Along with Logan Maddox, I'm Andrew Carter. It's been a defensive struggle. I mean, you could look at the scoreboard and that's quite obvious. But the Lady Bulldogs of Cedartown looking for a strong second half. Got a little interesting there toward the end of the half in the last minute. Both Cedartown and Trion had chances to score, but great defensive saves by each team's goalie.
Yeah, goalies stepping up, and a couple of young goalies at that, Andrew. For Cedartown, Cameron McKelvey, only a sophomore. For Trion, Molly Edge, just a freshman, really showing out. We've mentioned this is a young team for Trion, but what I've noticed for the Lady Bulldogs is they're using a lot of players. They're making a lot of substitutions, keeping their players fresh. For Cedartown, definitely making some subs as well, and goes back to what we were talking about in the first half. With this sort of weather, you got to have the legs ready because somebody's going to cramp up. It's just a matter of time.
That attrition may come down to it in the second half for Trion. And like I said, the Lady Bulldogs have had opportunities to sub in and sub out. And I think, like you said, we mentioned before the physical demands it takes to play this game. And of course, you don't have any breaks. There are no timeouts. You don't call timeout. The only timeouts you have are for injuries or scoring or anything like that, and that hardly happens at all. So Lady Bulldogs hoping for a little bit more offense in the second half. But as we get ready to start the second half, Cedartown High School baseball will be in action this week, opening up a 3-game series with the Central Lions. That'll be tomorrow, first game of the series at Central. First pitch is set for 5:30 p.m. There is rain in the forecast, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Games 2 and 3 of the series Friday, a doubleheader here at home. Rain again in the forecast for that day as well, so we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen for that. Bulldogs coming off a sweep of Ridgeland, too.
Big wins on Friday, Andrew, up in Rossville. You and Carson did a great job. Great to hear
Carson did a great job. It was his first time ever doing a broadcast, and he did a great job. I want to appreciate him stepping in. Of course, Andy is with me most of the time, and he does a great job too. But looking forward to tomorrow, and again, we hope we're able to get it in. Pretty much a crucial series. I kind of circled the Central series, although Central lost 2 of 3 to Pickens. Pickens may be a surprise good team in this region this year. There's really not a pushover team at all. You have to look because, even with Ridgeland, we ruled them in all 3 games. Game 3 was a 2-0 lead for Ridgeland for about 3.5 innings.
Yeah, it was, and it's just impressive of how top to bottom, how talented the region is in baseball. What I was going to say a second ago, Andrew, just like we call it Murderer's Row in this region for soccer, just like that in baseball. Yeah. There's not a bad team because even a team like Ridgeland where, you're going to run rule them, they're going to give you a fight. And so it's, as you said, a crucial series against Central this week, and want to invite everybody to come on down to Carrollton tomorrow, assuming that it's not rained out, and cheer on the Bulldogs. 5:30 p.m. first pitch at Central, and definitely at home on Friday. Here at halftime, again, not much to talk about in that first half, just defenses standing out. A lot of offensive adjustments to be made because Cedartown had the players down there, had the plays set up. It's just a matter of timing, and it'll make or break it in soccer. Timing will kill you, so can Cedartown capitalize on some of these opportunities? It's going to be the key in the second half.
It will be, and we'll see what happens here as we get prepared for the start of the second half. Don't forget, we will have the boys also on Facebook Live and YouTube channels, WGAA Radio. Just search at WGAA Radio, or just search WGAA Radio on Facebook or on our YouTube channel, and we'll get you covered either way there. We'll take a break and come back with the start of the second half. Cedartown Lady Dogs soccer is here on the Big AA 1340 and 106.1 FM. Of course, we're on Facebook and YouTube only. Back in a moment.
Getting the
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires, tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioning service or repair. Think Cedartown Automotive. The fine folks at Cedartown Automotive are serious about their job and ready to help you get your car prepared for the months ahead. So why not stop by Cedartown Automotive today on East Avenue in Cedartown? That's Cedartown Automotive. Call them at 770-749-5040 or go by and see them at 107 East Avenue in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Lady Bulldogs, both of them, the blue and red Lady Bulldogs, are back out on the field for the start of the second half in a 0-0 tie.
It doesn't make it easy because,
No.
you just say Lady Bulldogs and you're hoping that the fans back home know who you're talking about. You gotta say Cedartown or Trion, but great day again for a couple of soccer matches, and it's been a fun one so far, Andrew. Still 40 minutes to go. We'll see who can break this scoreless tie first.
It's come close. There have been a lot of opportunities for both sides, especially there in that last minute of the first half. Very exciting last minute. We talked about how really it was just a defensive struggle, but got pretty aggressive on offense, both the Cedartown Lady Dogs and the Trion Lady Dogs, and we're about ready. I think we're trying to get some of our personnel all covered, and looks like Trion will kick it.
And Cedartown, the home squad, started out with possession, so Trion will have it to start the second half. Gabby Helwig passes back into the right, and we are underway. Second half of action. Now Cedartown moving left to right this half. Goes right to Anna Edge, the junior, the defender. Cleared away again by Cedartown. Lockdown defense for both sides in that first half. Only a couple of true scoring opportunities for either side. Trion had a clear shot there late in the first half in the final minute. Campbell McKelvey was able to save it. Mary Cruz Navarro lobs it down the field, but nobody able to catch up to it. Just a bit too far for the teammate. And caught by Molly Edge of Trion, the goalkeeper. At midfield, Trion has it. Cedartown steals it away. That's Diaz, the freshman. Down the field. To the left side. And just away from her. Ran out of bounds by Abigail Cooper. It'll be Cedartown ball as it went off of Trion. Striker in there for Cedartown, by the way, Nancy Segura, the senior. Trying to get her involved quickly here in the second half as a header sends it out again.
A few clouds out there hoping to maybe block that sun shining in from the west. Of course, you know that our home press box faces due west.
Cedartown soccer with 2 matches each this week. They were supposed to be playing at Cartersville tomorrow. That was originally scheduled, but it has been canceled. They're going to be playing at Ridgeland on Friday, making the trip up to Walker County. 5:30 and 7:30, I believe, are the time at which those games will start. That
one goes out of bounds. We had a Lady Dog down for a moment. She gets back up.
Yeah, that's Melissa Bahina, the sophomore. Good play to end that scoring opportunity for Trion. Even better, it rolls out of the side, not of the back, so not a corner, just a pass in. And the whole heart of that Cedartown defense is there. Good luck is all we can say. They clear it away with ease. Segura passing on the far sideline, Trion boxing out. High pass down the field again. Much of the first half was spent in Trion territory. Will it be different here in the second half? We're going to find out.
And when we tell you it's almost impossible for us to see, it's almost impossible for us to see. So we're doing our best trying to get everything in the picture. The sun is literally right in our faces without any shade.
Thankfully for the boys' match, maybe it'll be set. Maybe. We'll see. It might just be eye level with us, which will be even
worse.
More fun.
Yeah, even worse.
Trion passing it in right at midfield. Number 1 with it, Juana Ramirez, the sophomore. Gets a pass back and a whistle. Call a penalty on that against Cedartown, so Trion will take over.
In the 4th minute of the second half, still no score.
Free kick for the Lady Bulldogs in blue and white. Visitors send it in. Slapped away now, looking for a cross, but it's going to roll all the way to McKelvey. And even if McKelvey wasn't able to get there, had a teammate who was pretty much escorting the ball straight to her. It's just good defense by Melissa Bahina. Back over to Trion, though. They've definitely turned it up a notch so far here in the second half. They've had some good adjustments, especially on offense.
No doubt about it.
That one just off the mark for Trion. Emma Blair trying to catch up to it. Junior's unable to. It'll be Cedartown passing it in. Christina Diaz, the freshman. Down the field and lost out of bounds once more. Ran out by Trion. And they're going to say they're just going to make her switch her positioning on the field. Throws it in, looking for Nancy Segura, and not able to. Instead, Abigail Cooper had it, but just for a moment. Trion looking to clear it. They kicked it right to Diaz, though. Passes a little bit closer to the goal for Segura. Or it's Segura. Cleared away momentarily. Segura back with it at the edge of the box. Over to Segura. Deflected. Segura stays with it, trying to spin away, looking for an open lane. She won't get it. Cedartown, cross right in the face, hit a defender. Hope she's okay. Ball still live, and it'll be caught right at the edge of the back line by the Trion goalie. And the player is down. She took it full force straight to the face, and they're going to ask for a sub. It's number 15 for Trion, Olivia Morgan, the junior. Once again, hope that she's going to be all right.
Clock stops at 34-32. Yeah, like we said, that was just direct hit right to the face.
And Cedartown trainer Lori Thompson out there. And the Thompson name pretty familiar in Trion, Andrew.
Well, I think is that her mother that's the head coach of the team?
Yes, Marcia Thompson, head coach at Trion. Of course, Leslie Thompson, an assistant coach. Another assistant coach, Miranda Turner, for the Lady Bulldogs. As Morgan is helped to the sideline. Once again, hope that she's going to be able to make her way back to the field in this one. Molly Edge with a goal kick. Overhead on one hop. It's headed over for Cedartown. Trion takes back over, and then they lose it out. Couldn't keep it in between the lines, Gabby Helwig. Lady Bulldogs with it. That's Alvarez, the senior. Trion with possession. Elwick down the left sideline looking for Aubrey Weaver. A little bit of a bump, nothing too major, and that should be a goal kick for Cedartown. It will. Melissa Bahina again doing a good job to cut off Aubrey Weaver. If you're tuning in to us here on Facebook Live or YouTube, still got plenty of time to make it out. can catch the finish of this girls' match, and then you should be able to see the entire boys' match right here at Doc Ayers Field.
Line drive kick.
Had a lot of power on it. Was caught by Nancy Segura, but she tried to pass it ahead, trying to lead Abigail Cooper. Instead, it rolls out. Trion was in the vicinity of defender, but they knew they'd have possession, so they just let it roll out. They'll send it in here with Anna Edge. Header for Cedartown. Lady Bulldogs looking to turn it over into an attacking mode here. They've been playing a lot of stingy defense. That's all good and great, but definitely want to get some points on the board.
Maybe a chance here.
Staying with it, Rosie Cruz. Now over to Segura.
Segura split two defenders.
And not able to get to it in time. Cedartown keeps it alive, but just for a second. On the back end of it was Abigail Cooper. A game of inches.
I'm telling you, Cedartown has been close to scoring at least 3 times already this afternoon. And Trion, as we mentioned before, also has had some opportunities that have just been missed.
That was a near-perfect cross from Maritza Segura, but Nancy Segura just wasn't able to catch up to it. And we remain scoreless.
A little short kick.
Yeah, just trying to give it over to her last line of the defense and let them run it down the field. Instead, they run it out of bounds. Cedartown back with it inside the box and cleared out of there. Goes over to Diaz. Shoulder checking there, a lot of contact. Diaz kicks it out. Trion nil and Cedartown nil. Just over a half hour to play here in this matchup. Ooh, and ripped down. They're going to stop play for that one. That'll be issued against Aubrey Weaver, the sophomore striker. Pulled a Cedartown player down to the ground. And it'll be a free kick opportunity for Alvarez. Sends it in. And deflected that time, jumping up and spinning around to knock it away. Number 12 for Trion, Emma Blair. If she's not able to, it's going to go into a sea of red jerseys in that box. It's not what you wanted if you're trying. Cedartown passing it in. That's Navarro with it. Trion on the left sideline. Gives down the field for Helwig. Bit of a tackle there for Cedartown. Ran out. We'll see who touched it last. Last touch by Trion. Cedartown throws it in. But right to the Lady Bulldogs in blue. Abigail Cooper stays with it, gets the ball back. And stolen by Trion. Been a fun match so far. Cedartown versus Trion. Still no score. Defensive standing tall throughout this one. Good turnout for this, as is always the case for the soccer matches. You might be thinking, if you're watching online, if you haven't come out to any soccer matches in a while, you might be thinking, wow, Trion fans didn't travel well. Well, it's not the case. A lot of them sitting here on the home sideline, not many making the trip over to the visiting bleachers.
Well, I don't think there's any concessions over there. You have to come over here to get any concessions. By the way, a little bit of news from the Georgia High School Association. I'll tell you that in just a moment. According to the AJC.
Cedartown possibly with an opportunity. Nancy Segura straight down the center of the box, has an open lane, and it's deflected.
Oh, man, another close play. Maybe we'll get another chance.
Keeping it alive. Cruz. And cleared out of there. It'll roll out. Cedartown will keep it.
According to the AJC, the Georgia High School Association board could vote Wednesday on reducing classifications to 6. After already setting the classifications for next year, I would imagine that wouldn't be for another 2 years, or maybe they would do it this year. But that's kind of a surprise coming from the GHSA. But a lot of folks not happy with the way the reclassifications went, especially with the elimination of the single A private and private schools playing in a higher classification in the multiplier rule. So could be interesting to see what comes out of Statesboro. Is that where they are down there?
Thomasville,
Thomaston.
Yeah.
Yes. So it'll be very interesting to see what becomes of that decision after the controversial placement of the regions and classifications.
At this point, who knows what the GHSA
I really
do.
have no idea.
It would have major implications for every single team, and a lot of the fall teams have already set their schedules completely.
Yeah,
so.
which makes me think it won't happen for this upcoming school year. That you would do it for a couple. There's another save there by the Trion goalie. She'll send it out. Still no score yet. Into the 13th minute. Check that, the 12th minute.
Been really impressed with the midfielders for either side, Andrew. Really fighting tooth and nail for every single possession you get, because not making anything easy for either side. Trying with it on the far sideline. Falling down, getting back up with it. Diaz there in her face. Rosie Cruz gives it over. On the left side, this is Cooper on the run. Kicks straight up in the air. Can Cedartown come away with it? Yes, they will. That's Diaz, the freshman, once more. But couldn't get it to a teammate, and it'll roll out.
So according to the AJC, Senate Bill 328, a Georgia Senate bill that proposes to have the GHSA pay for schools' travel that exceeds 75 miles for competitions. And the GHSA says if that bill were to go through as of now with that travel requirement, it would bankrupt the Georgia High School Association before they got through the football and the basketball season. So due to that, they're thinking about shrinking the classifications down to 6 to limit travel. And haven't I been saying that for a long time?
Yeah.
If you do that, you're going to have a lot more. You're going to bring some of those more natural rivalries back together, like Cedartown, Rockmart, and Cedartown, Haralson County.
Would imagine Cedartown will go to 3A.
Probably.
But who knows at this point.
And again, this is all a bunch of ifs.
Yeah.
Another kick toward the goal, and no, says the Trion goalie. She'll send it back out.
Starting to see fatigue set in a little bit on players, seeing some hands on the hips, seeing a little bit of sluggish play here over the last couple of minutes.
Yours truly and my partner, we're a little sluggish as well.
Yeah.
Because, we actually have real jobs during the day. We come in here and do this after we're all finished with our own daily activities. And so, of course, the girls as well, they're out there. They didn't have school today, but they normally would have school during the day.
Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in on Facebook Live and on YouTube for these matches this afternoon. Lost out of bounds by Mary Cruz Navarro. I want to shout out the seniors for Cedartown this year. What a special group they are. Nancy Segura, Mary Cruz Navarro, Ashley Campos, Cynthia Cordero, Montserrat Alvarez, and Abigail Cooper, also Rossi Cruz. Lady Bulldogs with it. Nice job there by Segura to get around the defender. The shot, one hops its way to edge.
Yeah, Rosie Cruz was also on the homecoming court this year as well for Cedartown for the past couple of years.
Rosie Cruz had a great first half there.
She did.
And she's done well here in the second half also. Cedartown kicking it out of bounds on that back line. It's number 10, Melissa Bahina, once more.
In the 15th minute of the second half, still no score. There have been a few opportunities, but defense has come up big for both sides.
Trying to pass it in on the far sideline. Edge fakes one. Now she will give it in. Can Cedartown take it away once again? No. send it to the track. And that one's going to roll a while if they don't catch up to it.
Head down to the baseball field.
Oh,
a fake throw.
Faked out our own teammate that time. Teammate fell to the ground.
Cedartown steals it away.
Oh, and then tripped up, asking for a call.
And they don't call it.
Ooh, they lost their whistle that time. Luckily for Cedartown, Trion kicks it out of bounds. My goodness.
That was a trip if I've ever seen one. Like I said, the official must not have been looking in that direction. Obvious. Cedartown will have the throw in here.
Thankfully, it did not hurt Cedartown, and now a stoppage of play.
Must have happened on the opposite side because, or it could have been an offsides on Trion.
Andrew, I was going to say, talking a lot about the sports here at Cedartown, all the spring sports going on, a lot of success for CHS. Obviously, baseball and soccer we've touched on. Cedartown track has had a nice start to the year, and also Cedartown tennis doing their thing. So if you love sports of any kind, a lot of opportunities this spring to come support some talented programs at CHS.
My mother tells me that Trion's principal is Brian Edge, the oldest son of Russ and Deborah Edge, two former Cedartown high school educators. Anna Edge, probably related to the Edge. So we've got that connection between Cedartown and Trion. Brian Edge is an alumnus of this high school. His parents were longtime educators here at CHS. Good folks, too.
Cedartown with a corner. Diaz trying to get it to Segura out of the back line again, and another corner attempt.
I'll tell you, the defense by Trion has been extremely impressive.
Coach Thompson has done a fantastic job this year because of the talent they lost as the corner is sent out of bounds behind the net.
And she was trying to curve that into the net, but just kicked it a bit too far to the right. So Trion will send it the opposite direction. Approaching the 19th minute and still no score here in the second half.
Goal kick here for Trion. It's not going to be the goalie. Instead, it's going to be the defender. Sends it down the field. Cessny Ramirez, senior.
Cedartown got a handle on it for a moment, and Trion is going to be out of bounds off Trion. Cedartown will have it.
It's been a case of kind of bend but don't break from this Trion defense at times.
It really has.
They've done a great job of taking it away from Cedartown when they get close, but if you keep letting Cedartown have these opportunities, something's got to give eventually.
Looks like a foul or a penalty was called on Cedartown, so Trion will have an undefended kick down the field.
Anna Edge goes right to Cedartown, right at midfield. Lady Bulldogs have it. And they tried to make contact, went right past her, took a weird hop. Anna Edge will just have to kick it out of bounds as Maritza Nunez was closing in. Over to Segura now. At the back line, Maritza Segura. Defender in her face. Trying to pass it to Nunez, not able to. Cleared away by Trion for just a second. Mary Cruz Navarro. Passes inside. Opportunity for Cedartown. Segura with it. The shot. It is good! Just able to get it past the outstretched arm of the goalie. And finally, the scoreless tie is broken by Maritza Segura.
I would expect it to come from no one else but her. I mean, she has been such a leader on this team, and it was a fantastic shot from the left side. Got it just into the right corner of the goal, and Cedartown with a 1-0 lead here with 19:22 to go.
What a shot there by Segura, finally. And we called it, something's got to give eventually. You keep playing with fire, and you're going to get burned, and the Trion defense found out. Now can Cedartown capitalize on it?
Cedartown may May not be finished here.
Lady Bulldogs, looks like something has changed after that goal. The intensity has been stepped up definitely here for CHS. Lady Bulldogs have it. This is Diaz.
Another chance.
Yeah, Segura again sidesteps a defender, another shot, and this one well high.
Both boys' teams standing by in the wings, ready to take the field for their matchup, which will be coming up immediately after a few minutes after this one ends. Kickoff at 7:30 p.m. here at Dock Ayers Field. Two good boys teams matching up.
Cedartown loses it out of bounds. Trying to get to it that time, Jenny Rodriguez, the freshman. Plenty of substitutions this afternoon for Cedartown. Edge. Passes it right to Segura. Not a good idea. They'll kick it out of bounds. That's Emma Blair. The difference in this matchup, a 60th minute goal by Maritza Segura.
You know, and Logan, I think attrition has come into play in this game.
A lot of fresh legs in there for Cedartown. Can't say the same right now for Trion.
But they're still holding their own, though.
They are. Segura still with it. A shot deflected. Can try and clear it. They will not. At least not right this second. Trying to get back to it. That's Bahina. Looking to get it over to Segura and cleared away momentarily by Trion. Now they have it near midfield. Cedartown's back line comes up. Getting a piece of it was Jocelyn Escalante. Then lost out of bounds off of Cynthia Cordero. Trion passing it in. Escalante kicks it out. It's off of a Trion defender, though. I think Escalante will pass it in here. Getting a new ball with 16:38 to play. Cedartown 1, Trion 0 here at Cedartown Memorial Stadium. Lady Bulldogs trying to get big win number 4 on the year. About a quarter of the way down the field, this is Christina Diaz. Here's Bahina, defender right behind her, gets away from her. Bahina lobs it left side for Nancy Segura. On the run, Segura over to Maritza Segura in the box. Across, Segura with it. Open shot, she shoots and she scores. Make it 2 for Segura.
And that was set up perfectly there. She was able to get a kick right in there in the lane, and she had a wide open shot, and she made it count. 2-0 Cedartown, 16:01 to play. So we mentioned how that first half was just nothing but defense, and Cedartown has come to life here offensively here in this second half. 2-0.
They've done a great job, but again, can Cedartown keep it up? You always want to keep the foot on the accelerator.
Advantage Cedartown, though, due to the fact that you're up 2 scores and that you've got fresher legs out there than Trion does. I think who's going to have the most energy toward the end of the game, and right now Cedartown appears to be winning that battle.
(2-0) Cedartown. A pair of second half goals for Maritza Segura, the sophomore. Ran out of bounds by Cedartown. Trying to pass it in. Remember to stay with us after this girls' match. We'll have the boys' match coming your way on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Anna Edge passes it in. Couple of headers from Cedartown. Can they take over possession? They will not. It's going to stay with Trion as it was kicked out. Cedartown will steal the pass in this time. It's Maritza Nunez, stolen back by Anna Edge. Now an opportunity for Trion, but it was offsides.
Even so, a great stop by our goalie, Campbell McKelvey. She goes in there and really has a great block, but the offsides penalty kind of rendered that not needed, but a great job nevertheless. Stay with the play.
Several saves for Campbell McKelvey tonight, Andrew. Not the usual 42 that she's used to against Southeast Whitfield and Northwest Whitfield. But,
yes.
But some nice, dazzling saves nonetheless from the sophomore. I think this is the kind of matchup that Cedartown needed defensively. The offense has looked nice here in the second half, but defense, this is what you wanted to see after, playing the powerhouses of the Whitfield County schools, of Pickens. This is how you respond.
Yeah, no doubt. I think this was just what Cedartown needed. We've still got another non-region, couple more non-regions teams on the schedule, but some pretty tough region opponents still to go.
Trying with it, Cammie Burridge. Now over to Cedartown. Try to stay on the attacking end here. They lose it out. It's going to be thrown in here by Jenny Rodriguez. Gives it into Nunez. Off of her and stolen back by Trion. Scramble for it. Cedartown with it. Past midfield. Segura had it for just a second. Might want to get it away from her if you're trying. Shoulder check the defender, but we've learned so far they're going to allow that today. Rodriguez, the freshman striker, couldn't keep on to it for long. Cedartown trying to stay with it. Navarro. No, trying. That's Juana Ramirez. Their sophomore midfielder. Off the head of Navarro. Need to clear it away and not able to. Over to a teammate. And back to the blue and white. On the sideline. Cedartown will clear it away. Over to Rodriguez. Now to Diaz. On the run, Nancy Segura. Cedartown passing down the field. This is Segura. Over to Rodriguez. One in front of her. Across. Nobody was home. Nancy Segura will catch up to it. Her shot is wide.
Just wide. And I thought Cedartown might have been held a little bit from getting to that cross. And still, defense, the good defensive play by Trion didn't do anything illegal there. Did what they had to do to protect their own goal. And Trion will send it the opposite direction as we enter the 39th minute of this first half, or second half, rather. 2-0 lead for Cedartown.
Cessny Ramirez trying to clear it away, not able to. Right into a sea of those red and black jerseys. Deflected by Anna Edge. Juked away by Diaz. Passes over to Rodriguez. Here at the edge of the box. Has an open lane. Didn't try a shot. Instead, they're going to be a little more patient here. Went for a cross inside. Not able to get it. And Trion will lose it out of bounds.
And I like that call. I think it's, even though she didn't have the lane right there to shoot, maybe find somebody that's a little bit better open with a better angle. Cedartown will send it in.
Lady Bulldogs give it off to Segura. Kicked hard off a defender and out of the back. So corner kick coming up for Cedartown. They've come close a time or two on these.
We'll see who gets the honors over in the corner.
Walking that way is number 6, Christina Diaz. Hand in the air. Teammates are set. She's going to go short this time to Segura. Gets around the defender. Her shot, it would have been a good. The field goal would have been good, but the shot is not.
Yeah, give her 3 points.
Yeah. I think it was Chris McKelvey down there screamed it's good just as it went through the uprights. Just too much on that one.
Just a bit. Trying to kick it away. As we enter the 30th minute.
Almost a steal for Segura. Deflected by Cedartown. Still keeping it alive. They've not been able to clear it yet. And there's a penalty on Segura. Definitely, and that one was easy to call. Cedartown has it. And right back over to Trion. Finally breaking away here. Lady Bulldogs, they have not been able to take it into Cedartown territory for much of this second half, just like the first half. And kicked out of bounds by CHS. Out on the far sideline that time. Good defense by number 9, Sophia Fakeister. I'm not even going to attempt it. Sophia F., the junior. Last name got the best of me. And I do not want to butcher it, so we'll just stick with Sophia. You can see out of the back of the end zone, Cedartown's boys team warming up, getting ready for their friendly match against Trion. Kickoff set for 7:30 right here on WGAA. Still about 8 minutes left in this one. Cedartown holding on to a 2-0 advantage. Trion with a header. They're looking to get it towards the box. It's getting to be crunch time here for the Lady Bulldogs. Keeping it alive. Back on the outside over to Aubrey Weaver. And then cleared away by Navarro. Good play. Edge passes it outside. They give it right to Jocelyn Escalante, though. Going inside for another opportunity. Can Weaver catch up to it? She will not. Heck of a play and closing in that time by Navarro.
Sophia Fassishers is the last name.
There we go.
Went to confirm that.
She had a great play defensively there on running it out of bounds a moment ago. If she didn't, would have been a tough situation for the Cedartown defense. Going for a cross. Opportunity for Trion, and the extra point is good, but the goal is not. That time it was Juana Ramirez finally had her opportunity one-on-one with Campbell McKelvey and didn't get the kick she was hoping for. Oh, no. Another opportunity for Trion. Good job boxing out there by Mary Cruz Navarro, and Cedartown kicks it out. Clock continuing to run down here. 6:34 to play in the second half. If you've just now joined us for this one, Cedartown tied up at halftime with Trion. Stingy Lady Bulldogs team. Cedartown with a goal in the 60th minute from Maritza Segura, and then about 5 minutes later had her second goal. She has been the difference. And if the Lady Bulldogs can hold on here, a big, big win, Andrew.
It would be, and, you know, as tough as it's been the past few games, we mentioned before, this would be a big confidence builder for these Lady Bulldogs of Cedartown as they continue into the second half of their season.
Assuming that Trion's not able to come back, the visiting Lady Bulldogs would fall to 2-5 on the year.
Well, we certainly know that goals can be scored quickly. Cedartown scoring their two in less than 2 minutes within each other.
Trion opens region play. They finally have their first region match on Thursday. They head down to Atlanta to play Atlanta Classical Academy. And then next Tuesday, they have their first home region match against Bowden. By the way, a team that we'll be seeing in late March, but Rockmart is one of just 2 teams to lose to Trion this year. Trion beat them 2-0 in the season opener. So perhaps good news for Cedartown. But, of course, it's the Polk County matchup. It's the rivalry game. You throw all logic out the window. Anything can happen.
You just never know what's going to happen.
Several young players checking in now for Cedartown for the final few minutes. With this win, Cedartown's going to improve to 4-1 on the year. And we talk about how tough this region is. If you take away the region schedule right now, Cedartown would be 4-1-1. Lady Bulldogs have their next matches on Friday at Ridgeland. Their next home match will be next Thursday against Haralson County. And we'll have that one for you on WGAA, barring anything unforeseen. Final few minutes of this matchup, Cedartown up 2-0. And Lady Bulldogs defense looking to close this one out, trying to get a shutout. Cedartown has not shut out an opponent this year. Hoping they're going to be able to do that this evening. Well, you're 4 minutes away from it. On the run, Cedartown looking for another opportunity to break away from this Trion defense, but just not able to. Cedartown beat Trion last year 4-1 on the girls' side, and similar matchup this time around. The last shutout victory that Cedartown had was March 12th of last year against Pickens. Good pressure there, as you heard fans say, by the Cedartown defense. I mean, Trion attacking there, that's what you want to see. They're not giving up. They're going to go down swinging. That's what they're coached to do. CHS has it on the left sideline. Trying to catch up to it, it's Maritza Nunez. Is she able to close in? She's not going to be able to. Kicked out by Trion. Andrew was saying just a moment ago, Cedartown has not picked up a shutout win since March 12th of last year against Pickens. It was 2-0 as well. So Cedartown very close to realizing that for the first time in over a calendar year.
Yep, into their 37th minute of the second half.
Cedartown still with it. Spinning around was Maritza Segura. Now over to Trion. Just able to keep her footing, almost fell down. Cedartown applying a lot of pressure there at midfield, and a foul called. Last year, Cedartown had just one region win. It was against Pickens. This year, Cedartown 0-3 so far. Lady Bulldogs have already played Pickens this season and lost that matchup 7-1. Completely different team.
Yeah,
for Pickens.
I was about to say Pickens must have had a complete turnover of personnel or something, because Cedartown is as good, if not better, than last year. So Pickens must have had an unbelievable turnaround this season.
Lady Bulldogs play at Ridgeland on Friday. Should be a good chance to win that one and finally get that region win. But
you know, even if it's raining, Ridgeland has artificial turf, so they should be able to get that one in.
Cedartown has not yet rescheduled the Central matchup, so they'll have the opportunity to possibly beat a very good Lady Lions program as well. Now, usually Central very good. They're 0-11.
Cedartown with a chance.
Towards the box. On the run, and miscommunication that time.
I think that's just the young girls in there who aren't used to getting the playing time, that they aren't in there together. But what's most important is we're under a minute to go, and Cedartown's going to win this one. Pretty much a tall tale to come back down 2 scores, 2-0 with 50 seconds to go, and Cedartown has possession. Maybe to add another one here.
Candy Hernandez was inside, not able to keep it alive. Trion looking to clear it down the field. They'll kick it out, and it'll be a throw in for Cedartown. Cedartown back with it. They might not be done. Another opportunity. A shot rejected by the last line of defense and kicked out. Will Cedartown let it roll? They just might.
That might be it now with 15 seconds to go.
Going to retrieve it is Maritza Nunez, and she might have time to throw it in. Instead, it's going to be off of Cedartown. Trion will have just enough time to throw it in. Anna Edge sends it in, and that will just about do it. A big second half for Cedartown. Maritza Segura puts the offense on her back, scores 2 goals, and Cedartown knocks off Trion 2-0 and improves to 4-4-1 on the year.
Yeah, fantastic second half by Cedartown, able to overcome that halftime tie of 0-0. and just lights out defense by the Lady Dogs of Cedartown High School to shut out Trion for their first shutout win of the year since way back last season. So great job there by the Lady Bulldogs. Coming up in just a little bit, not too long from now, the boys will match up against the Trion Bulldogs. So we hope you'll join us for that. Logan, final thoughts on this really great, very close game.
Yeah, a big win for Cedartown. It ends a 4-match winless streak. So finally getting their first win in some time. Good team ball for Cedartown. The defense did well. Just as we said, it was a matter of inches away from getting those scores in the first half. They were able to forget about those frustrations and put it all together, get a big 2-0 win.
They were able to do that. Cedartown Lady Dogs Soccer presented by Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. Your final score in this non-region affair, Cedartown Lady Dogs 2 and Trion Lady Dogs 0. Coming up next on a different video, the boys will match up, Trion and Cedartown. Be sure to join Logan Maddox and myself for that right here on our social media platforms on the Big AA.